Happy Friday, everyone. My name is Debbie Pyatt. I'm a fitness and wellness specialist too with Memorial Health System. This is your Move series, and today I'm going to show you different exercises you can do with a stability ball, a fitness ball, a Swiss ball, whatever name you call it. It's all about being able to use it with variety. Now you see these used a lot with crunches, and that's great. And the first thing I'm going to show you is how to properly use it for crunches. Then I'm going to give you a few other ideas too. These are very inexpensive. You can buy them at any store, even drugstores carry them certain times of the year. So it's a great tool to have in your home if you can't get to a gym. Well worth the money. $20, and you can even find them for less. All right, so the first thing I'm going to show you is how to do a crunch on a stability ball. First of all, if you're not familiar with them, you want to be careful when you sit down on it. Make sure that there's enough air in it. You should have a little bit of bounce, a little bit of give, but you don't want it to be so hard that it doesn't give at all, and you also don't want it to be so soft that you smush down into it. Nothing but technical terms here, folks. Smush. So what I'm going to show you is two different variations on this, and it all depends on your back. A lot of people have low back issues, so I'm going to show you how you can still use this and not bother that back. So if you do have low back issues, you want to be farther off the front of the ball. So I have my hips kind of down at an angle, my body is at an angle. So my back is protected and supported here. Now, in my classes, to add a little more element of balance, I have people flex their feet and pull those toes up. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend you do that. You want more stability. Also remember, the wider apart you have the feet, the easier it's going to be to balance. For those of you that have been exercising a while, get those feet a little bit closer together so it promotes more of a challenge for you. Fingers wide. We put them at the base of the skull and the top of the neck, never the middle of the back of the head. That's going to cause you to pull your head and neck out of alignment with the spine. You always want to keep that chin up and looking toward the ceiling. So, low back issues, you are going to bring those hips more off the front of the ball. Fingertips in place. We go back as far as we can so you really feel that stretch, and then you squeeze the buns in the abs every time you come up. Remembering to keep that space between the chin and the chest, and you always focus on the ceiling. Now, when I come up, squeeze those buns, squeeze those abs. When you go back, you release them. But this is protecting the back. Now, will you work the abs doing it in this position? Absolutely. Did you hear that? Absolutely, and abs. But you're going to hit more of the top 4 of the 6-pack. That's okay. That is where you want to start. And if you have back issues, it's where you're going to want to stay. Now, for those of us that don't have back issues, we're going to come up higher on the ball. It's going to be harder to balance, so get those feet apart. If you're digging heels in, be very careful. But that does give more of an element of using those low abs. And again, same positioning with those fingers. But see how far back I'm going now? So my range of motion is much greater. I come up looking at the ceiling, elbows open and crunching. Now, many times this is what I see. You do not want to roll that ball back and forth underneath you. That might feel very good on your back, kind of like a little body massage, but that is not using those abs. That's just rolling on the ball and using momentum. So, for those of us without back issues, we're up high on the ball. That means hips are high. You look at that ceiling, keep those elbows open, squeeze the abs and the buns, release them. Squeeze the abs and the buns, release them. All right. So how many of those do you do? I recommend starting with 15 repetitions, building up to 25 or 50 reps, 2 to 4 sets. Now, of course, you could always mix that up. Sometimes I'll do 10 sets of 15 or 10 sets of 25. You want to rest about 30 seconds to a minute in between sets. But that's all for progression. It's not what you start out with. Starting out, 15 reps, rest 30 seconds, do a second set. All right, so that's your standard crunch on this ball. Now I'm going to show you some other things you can do. You can do planks off the ball, and this takes a lot of stability, a lot of balance. Please be careful if you've never done this before. We're going to place our elbows on the ball and go into a plank position. You want to have the elbows fairly far apart. If you put them close, it's going to be much harder to balance. So I have the elbows on there. I take one leg back, and then I take the other leg back. Now, notice how I have that scooped out or hollowed out middle. You do not want to be down like this, and you don't want to be resting on the ball. Yes, believe it or not, I have people that want to do this when we do a plank off the ball. I could stay here all day, watch TV, watch a mini series. It's getting up and hollowing out through those abs, not dropping the pelvis and not laying the chest out. So hold it up there. Now, when you start out with those, I recommend 10 seconds. You are going to find it's quite a challenge if you've never done it before. For those of you that have done it, 30 seconds to a minute, and then take your rest for 30 seconds and repeat as needed. All right, so now we've got a standard crunch. We have a plank off the ball. Now we're going to stand up, and I'm going to show you how you can work those obliques. So the obliques are what make up the waistline, kind of hit the love handles a little bit as well. We're just going to hold this ball. I'm kind of OCD, so I have to hold both of the ends. Really doesn't matter, the ball's round. So we're going to take a wide stance for balance. We are going to lean to the right, come through toward the floor, lean to the left. Notice how I've pushed my head through the arms and back to the top. Over, down, over, up. Over, down, over, up. Always pushing that head between the arms so the arms are beside each ear. Engaging the abs as you do this to protect the back. Push through, pull up. Now, you could just go to the right 15 times, then to the left 15 times. Or you can alternate it like I just showed it. As you progress, if you do 15 to the right, you're going to get fatigued quicker, and then 15 to the left. When you alternate it, you're giving each side a little bit of a rest, still moving through that range of motion, but a little bit of a rest, rather than doing them all to the right, all to the left. 15 is what I would start with. That's 15 full circles. Progressing as high as you want, but squeezing the abs, feet wide apart, really leaning through the side. Notice I was not hinging forward, but I was leaning through the side, squeezing tight, and making sure that head comes between the arms. All right, so that hit the sides a little bit, muffin top area a little. Now we're gonna lie down on the mat, and I'm gonna show you how you can work inner thighs with the stability ball. So we're lying all the way down on the floor. I'm gonna take this ball, legs up in the air, and I put it between my inner thighs, my knees, and it's touching the calves a little bit. Head lies down, and all I'm gonna do is some squeezes. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Notice my feet are angled up towards the ceiling. They're not straight out in front of me. Now, if you find this is creating some tension on the low back, take your hands and stick them under the hips before you start this. Squeeze, release. Now, change your speed. Squeeze, 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 release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Okay, now, not only is that good to tone up the inner thighs so they don't applaud you when you run upstairs anymore, but you are also working that pelvic floor. And that's going to help with any incontinence that you have as well. Helps with a few other things too. But it is a great exercise for men to do as well. Men have incontinence issues as well, and men are supposed to do Kegels. Yeah, it's not just a lady thing, folks. But anyhow, it is going to help hold everything in place so we don't have signs of incontinence. All right, now I'm going to show you another one. We're gonna lie back. We're gonna put those feet up and put the ball between the feet. Now, roll those shoulder blades under, palms up, and I'm going to do circles. Round and round. Now, make sure you're squeezing with the feet so that ball doesn't get away from you. But this is stretching my hamstrings, but it is also working the low abs. Now I reverse it. Squeezing tightly between those feet. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how to do a ball pass, which really engages the whole body, but is focused on the core. So I'm going to start with the ball back behind me. I am going to crunch up, lift my feet up, take the ball, feet go down, then crunch goes back. Now, feet go up, I crunch up, take the ball, crunch goes back, and feet come down. Crunch goes up, I take the ball, feet go down, crunch goes back. Feet go up, I take the ball, crunch goes back, feet go down. Crunch up, take the ball, feet down, crunch back. Feet up, take the ball, crunch back, feet down. All right, that's one that I call the Little Debbie ball pass because most people don't do it like that. But you can really feel that in those inner thighs. You can feel it in the core. You can feel it in the arms. It ups the level of difficulty a little bit. Now, most ball passes that you see that are for crunches are performed like this. And this is more of a beginner phase. The other one is a little bit more advanced. So if you find you couldn't do the one I just showed you, this might be the one for you. All right, everything goes up. Everything comes down. Everything goes up. Everything goes down. Everything up. Everything down. Everything up. Everything down. Everything up. Everything down. Everything up. Everything down. All right, so that's more of a beginner ball pass. The other one takes a little bit more effort. Now, also for those inner thighs, we can keep the feet on the floor. So if you're finding it's hard for you to lift those legs in the air and hold that ball, we're going to roll those shoulder blades under, palms up. The ball is between my inner thighs and knees, feet are apart, and we squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Now speed it up. Press, 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 press. You want to do this for a good 30 seconds. You are going to feel the burn. Legs are going to be quivering. But not only are we firming those inner thighs, we're helping those muscles on the inside to hold everything in place. So very important for men and women to do. All right, now, there are a multitude of exercises that we can do with the stability ball, but today I just wanted to show you a few. Some people only know to do crunches on it, so they don't purchase the ball because they think, why am I going to buy that ball when all I'm going to do is crunches? So there are other things that you can do on here. Put that ball between the hands, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. I am feeling this all through my arms, through my chest, and through my delts, my shoulders. Because these are a form of resistance and not weightlifting, you want to make sure you do more repetitions, or you can time yourself and do this for 30 seconds or more so you can really feel the burn. Now, I will tell you, your muscles will fatigue quicker with this than lifting weights, but push through if you want to see change. So that's a good way to incorporate upper body. These are also wonderful to put against the wall. So I'm going to put it right here where you can see me and hope I don't fall off of here because this isn't a full wall. This is just a post. So I'm going to put it against my back and I'm going to do squats here. Make sure that you have your feet angled out. You don't want them underneath you or your knees are going to press beyond your toes. So I roll down, I squeeze up. Now, notice my form. I'm pushing my butt back. I'm not leaving my butt out. I'm trying to get those thighs parallel with the floor, driving into the heels, not the balls of the feet, and my feet are not tucked underneath me. When I come up, I drive into the heels and squeeze my backside. Down, up and squeeze. Down, up and squeeze. Down, up and squeeze. One more for you. I'm gonna hold this ball behind us. And if you have limited range of motion in the shoulders, this might be a little bit difficult, but you're gonna press, 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 press. I can feel this in the triceps and the rear delts, or the backs of the shoulders and my upper back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now faster. Press, 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 press. All right, I hope you learned something today. This wasn't a normal class where I'm having you participate with me, but to teach you things you can do at home with a stability ball. It's a great tool and it's very inexpensive to purchase. I hope you enjoyed this. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Get outside, deep breathe, walk around, find things to appreciate, and I'll be back next Friday. Thank you. Bye-bye.